I'd like to talk to you about the Cycle on Sundays pledge that I'm asking you to sign. There are 2 points that I'd like to make. 70% of Americans are overweight. This has to stop. We need to reverse this trend. We can do that in a simple, free, and easy manner, and fun. Now here's what I propose, America. If you'll do these 2 small things, we can get a start on this. 1, if you'll ride your bike for 30 minutes, just 1 day a week, and if you'll trade in that can of sugary soda, just 1 can per week, for water, over the course of a year, you'll lose 7 pounds. Now, hey, it doesn't get any easier than that. The second point I'd like to make is about the effects on our environment. There are approximately 250 million vehicles in this country, passenger vehicles. Now, I know asking people to park their cars and trucks on a Sunday and ride their bike instead is a hardship for some, an impossibility. But let me put it in this perspective. 40% of all trips in this country are 2 miles or less. 90% of those are done by car. If I can get Americans to park their cars and run errands that are about 4 miles in length, we can save 1/4 gallon of gasoline per week. Now you laugh and say, well, what's the big deal of 1/4 gallon of gasoline per week? If you do that per person per week, that's a savings of 3.25 billion gallons of gasoline per year. Over the course of the year, that's 76.5 million barrels of imported oil, and $5.5 billion we're saving. Also, we can save our atmosphere by pulling out 5.5 million tons of pollution. What a great thing. So America, 1/4 gallon of gasoline per week per person, that's not a sacrifice. That's just plain good old common sense. America, we can do this. Come on now. Park those cars. Let's get riding.